I look forward to hearing the testimonies.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Jay. We appreciate you. I know you got a big team brewing. I know you have a lot of coffee lovers. You have a lot of business-minded individuals as well. So thank you for leading the charge on this particular call. So we're going to go ahead and get out of the way. This gentleman needs no introduction. He has been in this industry, I believe, for like over 20 years. You can't tell because he looks like he's probably his own son. Must be the what's in the coffee or in the water, right? But
Yes.
I absolutely adore this gentleman, and I really truly mean that. When I got into another business, he was so very helpful in just getting me acclimated. Always answered the phone. I was able to ask questions about the business and just his expertise. So I do want to say thank you so very much, Bass, for just being, who you are, which is just a servant leader. And you've always been there to help everybody. So I just want to say I appreciate you so very much. Not to mention, guys, this gentleman has made a ton of money in this industry, not just in the industry of just networking, but in the coffee industry as well. So what better way to learn than from the expert himself? So I'm going to get out of the way and just say thank you so much, Coach Bass, and the floor is yours.
Fantastic. Can everybody hear me pretty good? Yes or yes? Let me know if you guys can hear me pretty good. I'm actually sending some last minute text messages so people can't say I didn't tell them I was doing this call. Hold on. Yeah, so, and let's see. And the last text is here. All right, so we're about to get started, guys. Again, I know last week there was technical difficulty, but we ain't got that today. We set up today. So now I really get a chance to do the full training that I want to do. Again, if you're a guest on the line, if you haven't had a chance to really, understand who we are from a company, if you haven't had a chance to try the coffee, I'm not going to do a presentation like that. No, the presentation is the coffee. Okay, the presentation is your taste buds, your palate. So if you're a guest on the line, okay, I mean, you're not involved in Conectiv and the My Life movement, then I would definitely suggest that when this call is over, you give the person invited you and you get one. Okay, you get one sample. Okay, sometimes two for confirmation, but you get one sample. Okay, and let that first be the testament from a customer. If you want to be a customer and what we say have the world's best coffee as your new go-to, or the opportunity for business. Now I'm gonna talk about business here today in the call and how we're not only going to scale, but I'm gonna give you just more so what we've done before prior to Conectiv and the My Life movement. So a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing is that when it comes to the coffee, there's some game plans that don't need tweaking, if you know what I mean, okay? Like a tire is a tire. It just, when they invented the wheel, it's the same thing, okay? Some things just work. So many things evolve in the space of network marketing and direct sales. Like I was saying last week, coffee was the only product I've seen that was perfect for network, because prior to it being part of the industry, people did it to network. Does that make sense? Like you did it without even knowing you did it. When it came to sitting down, talking about business, real estate, people would say, let's sit down, have a cup of coffee, let's talk business. And it was very inviting. Just that once it made its space into this industry, I just happened to be one of the people that when I got involved in the coffee space back in 2010, I didn't drink coffee. So I think I'm the perfect poster child for someone who never had a cup of coffee, but I was in network marketing. But that company was coffee. So I could have said, I don't want to do it and tried to find something else. But during the recession, there was really not a lot of things happening. The market was crashing. Couldn't do real estate. You know what I'm saying? So I still love the industry. And so I like, well, they're saying that people are still drinking this, but people are crying broke fast. Open your mind up and see what you don't see. Does everybody understand? Am I making sense right now? Okay, I'm setting the premises for this call because that's what I did. And I'm saying the same thing to you because amazing during these times now, everybody's glued to the TV and every day I'm getting people inboxing me stuff about what's happening. I'm like, well, what are you going to do about it? I mean, you're going to discuss it. We can talk about it, but we're not going to stop it. Like right now, while that's going on, what are you doing differently? Because this is what was happening during 2010, 2009. People was crying about the market and everything crashing. What are you going to do? During COVID, people walk around mask on, mask off. When somebody cough, everybody trying to fight somebody. But still, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So we did exceptionally well during the recession. That's how we had so many people join, because they're like, what are y'all doing? There's no money in the market. I'm like, well, we got this recession proof. When people was on that COVID tip, coffee did not lack. Coffee sales didn't lack during COVID. People still find their way to take the mask off to have a cup of coffee. Because when they stressed, depressed, when they feeling good, don't matter. People need the cup of joe. And even right now, during these crises, or whatever they call it, and everybody, oh, energy soaring, this soaring. You know what I know for sure? People still gonna drink coffee in the morning. All that's while they watching TV, they're gonna brew a cup and they're gonna gossip. So the question I found out was, who's supplying the coffee? That's when I said, oh man, well in that case, since they're gonna still do it during trying times, who's gonna supply the demand? Now you might be thinking, Bass, as you talk, you sound like one of those guys from the movies like Pablo Escobar. We are. Hello. The difference is it's legal. We are. Supply and demand. It's the most consumable beverage on the planet. Somebody has to supply it. Oh, let me give you another secret too, by the way. It's not killing people. Regardless of what people say, it's not. Oh, man, but they said the caffeine. Caffeine, let me give you a quick rundown. When I say I studied it, I studied it and I studied it and I studied it and I studied it. Anybody who knows me knows that if I go into something, I'm not going to be talking. That's why I don't get a lot of rebuttals when I say it. So if people try to do a fact check, they don't come back saying, haha, no, I've already done that. So when people say, well, bad, they say caffeine's bad. I'm like, when they said that, when you were 5, when you were 10, or when you was an adult? Because when you was an adult and they started saying your caffeine was bad, you thought it was coffee. You thought it was caffeine coffee. No, you know what it was? It's called Coca-Cola. It was called Czech. It was called what? All them soda. Remember when, like, I came from humble beginnings, so we had Czech. Some people that we talk about. Remember Czech soda, CHEK, Czech soda, all them soda, Sprite, all that. You forgot about that. As a kid, that was water. So from the time you was 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to your 30s, and you finally got off soda, because some people started getting off soda. They were still drinking coffee, but it was a soda that jacked you up. That high in caffeine stayed in your DNA. And then as you're drinking coffee, oh, my doctor said the caffeine, it was never that. Because there's people who were drinking black coffee all their life and said, I don't have the same issue. But they also tell you they were not heavy people who drank soda. So let's get off the whole thing about Bass. We're supplying coffee, but is it hurting people? It's not. Real coffee beans are caffeinated by nature. It's the way he invented it. It's the way I'm going to consume it. Nothing wrong with it. Okay? So we're not going to never have a decaf. Now let's talk about what's in the background. Let's talk about what we supply when it comes to the Alive coffee. And why I know what we did before, we're going to do 10 times 4. If you're ready, say I'm ready. Okay? So I got people online. I'm not going to bring them on right now because I told you this call is called Retail to Residuals. But one thing I do want to do is I do want to share my screen. Okay? I do want to share my screen only for the simple fact that I want to show you some stuff here, just for some people who, when I talk about who we are from a coffee perspective and a company, I just want to share this with you real quickly here. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen. Everybody say yes, yes, yes. All right, cool. All right, come on now. Come on now. There we go. Let's go. I've already hit. Come on, PowerPoint. There we go. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go through this real quickly here. Okay, I'm not doing a presentation. I'm not. Okay, there's no need. Okay, but I do want to go here. I'm gonna bounce around. So again, I want to make sure you guys know when it comes to, again, this is called Retail to Residuals. And as I said last week, which again, it was a revelation. Okay, I'm gonna tell you we have the world's best coffee. Hello. Then I'm gonna retell you again, and then I'm gonna retell you. I'm gonna tell you we have the world's best coffee. And I'm going to retell you we have the world's best, and then I'm going to retell you, all right? So y'all get that on the way home, all right? So let's talk about who we are. This is why we say it's the world's best coffee. So I'm not just saying it. See, I never said that back then when we were selling the other coffee. He had Ganoderma, yeah. It was amazing coffee, but we never had like that saying. We just said we had the best. When I say the world's best, I really mean it with the heartbeat in my chest. Because when I look at what's in here, this is what I want you guys to understand. When it comes to retail, when you say you have the world's best, you want to retail coffee, it all starts from here. Because some of you have not fully bought into what we're talking about. Because if you did, your testimony, like some of the people I'm gonna bring on the call, see, I know they bought into it. Okay. When I look at what's in the coffee, I told you guys last week, but now I can show you. Just when you get a chance, just Google, whenever you get a chance, not now, just Google the 5 health benefits of pomegranate. Google the 5 health benefits, and I still get camellia oil. Just Google the 5 health benefits to a human being. Google the 5 health benefits of pumpkin bark, or prune, or acai. Like, I just want you to Google. Cordyceps is in the product. Google the 5 health benefits of cordyceps. Because as you go through just those small, simple things, all of that is in the live product. So when I speak it, I'm speaking with confidence. Not confidence, like I said, confidence. Confidence. I say it like I'm talking to you right now. I got the world's best coffee. How do you know? You got some hot water? And when you try, just let me know how many boxes you need, 1 or 2. That's confidence. That is how I approach when I'm talking about retail to residuals. That's how anybody in business needs to approach their product or service. That's why I know some people not fully bought in. You're not. When I got into that company back in 2010, I had to learn a lot of stuff. But once I understood, no matter what I said, people still gonna drink coffee, sun up, sun down. It was a habitual habit. They're gonna do it anyway. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm doing too much talking. And the reason I say I want you to Google it, because you don't have to really go into what's all in it. I've never given anybody a eulogy on everything in the coffee. I know some of y'all do. It's like a science experiment. That's why when they try it, they say, I can taste the pumpkin bark. No, you can't. I can taste the magnesium. No, you can't. But when you go back to the person that was giving them the product, they gave him a whole eulogy. They gave him a whole 10, 15-minute eulogy. And people are funny people, man. I'm telling you, people are funny. You know good and well, you can't taste no magnesium. But for some reason, they say, yeah, I can taste cordyceps. Okay. That's why I say basketball scenic. I'll tell you what, you try it. See, this is all I need you to do. Empty the sachet. We're going to put in some hot water. We're going to stir, and we're going to try. Oh, it's instant? No, it's pre-brewed. Packaged instant for convenience. We got the hot water yet? Yeah, let's get the hot water. I'm going to help you stir it. 6 ounces. What's sweet? Oh, it's coconut oil. It's good, isn't it? Imagine drinking it every single night. Imagine putting all those vitamins and 8 grams of protein into your body every single night. There's no other product on the planet that gives you that. You can go and look it up. None. No coffee on God's earth that has 30 plus things in it. None. Just us. Oh, did I say, oh, by the way, our company's publicly traded? I said 3 cents. Could you imagine when? All I simply want to do, sir, is have you try the best coffee in the world. I would love for you to try it. And if you love it, I can show you how to get it wholesale. How much is it? $50 a box. How much is it? $60 a box. You just got to know your market. 50 or 60 a box. It's $2.50 a cup. If it's 60, it's $3 a cup. Much less than Starbucks. Should be higher. But again, we understand during these trying times, but we want to make sure people get the health into the habit. The health into the habit. Let's say it again, guys. The health into the habit. All right? So again, know exactly what it is when it comes to your product. Now, I want to show this screen for this slide and this slide right here, okay? Let's talk about retail, okay? Now, Baz, we say retail to residual. We're in network marketing. Yes or yes? So the goal is, if I'm in the business and I'm working with Megan Lynch, okay? I'm working with Teresa. I'm working with Pastor Akeem. And I'm telling them that they need to, I need to show them how to build an organization. Maybe they don't come in with an organization, but they want to make money. The one thing I told you guys last week that I had to master was how to help people make money retailing coffee. Once I taught them how to do this and acquire customers, the residual part came afterwards. Retail. So I'm going to tell them, then I'm going to retell them how to do it, then I'm going to teach them how to retail. Because people want this product already. I said, don't try to oversell it. Sachet. Guy, you're taking notes. When I give someone a sample, and matter of fact, let me do this here while I'm here, because I did open up some screens. So I'm going to put some stuff here on the screen to help out with this video here. Where am I? Oh, you know what? Hold on. I think I have it in this presentation. Hold on here. I put it in my presentation at the end. Here we go. Y'all see this? I said it before. Like, you don't have to, it's not a rocket science. This is I sell the world's best coffee. Over to the left, because I told you guys, I'm teaching y'all the same exact thing I did already. To the left is what is part of my company in 2010. I taught them the same way. These are two pharmacists who went full time. Two pharmacists that went full time. Her doctors was like, hey, I know you're coming in here to present whatever that medical supply, but where's the coffee at? She started telling her husband, maybe we might got something like Bass said. Bass, all you got to do is wear the shirt and go about your regular day. I said, make sure it says, I sell the world's best coffee front and back. I said, do not put that company's name on the shirt. Do not put Conectiv. Do not put My Life. Nobody knows what that is. They don't care. What they care is what the shirt says that they know, which is you saying you sell the world's best coffee front and back. So to me, I know how to prospect, but most people in this industry don't. So retail to residual. I need to teach you how to retail. You wear this shirt any color. Don't ask Bass where you get it at. Take a picture. You go get your shirts made. Some of y'all did it already. Like that's the easy part. Get them made. You ain't gonna try to sell them stuff. Stop trying to get and say, I'm gonna be the t-shirt guy. You already eliminated yourself. You're not ready for this. Why I say that? I've seen people do it before. I'm gonna be the retail person selling the t-shirts. Okay. All right. Again, for the ones who are listening, get the shirt made. I don't care how many colors. Don't deviate. Don't try to add anything extra. Keep it as simple as possible and go about your regular day of business. Or if you're doing retail events, have the shirt. As a matter of fact, when you have the shirt, I'm going to do this here. If you have the shirt, let me see here. Let me play this video here. If you have the shirt, watch this. It's a young lady here. I have. See if you guys see this here. Or get an apron. Hello. Or get an apron.
Hello, Miss Sean. How has it been going today?
It's been going great. Everyone loves the coffee. And they even had me making matcha tea cold. And some cold iced coffee as well. So they're loving it. And I'm loving that.
Oh, wow.
We love sharing.
How long were you down here today?
Okay, today is the first day. We will be here the 2nd, August 2nd.
Okay.
Yes.
And you'll be serving the whole entire time?
Absolutely. We're going to have the iced coffee, the hot tea, the cold tea, and tomorrow we'll have frappe eggs. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Okay. Well, you heard it from Miss Sean. She's down here selling the world.
That's one example, like I was telling you. So when you get the t-shirts, so when you get the apron, like I said, you get the apron or the shirt. If you have retail events, you can wear the shirt or you can wear the apron. Like right here again, good friend Curtis and Karina and that group. Look at it. See the apron? I told Curtis, he's like, bet. He said, Bass, why do the apron? I say, it's real simple, guys. If I'm at a retail event, I can walk around with a shirt all day long, picking up the kids at the park, at the store. But if I'm at an event with an apron, and again, don't ask where you get the aprons at, guys. We're in America. We're all over the world. You can just go find any store to sell apron. They're very cheap. You get the same thing put on. Okay. I said, wear the apron because when people about their visualization, they're about their sight. So I go into a venue, Megan, and I see somebody with an apron. My first thought is cafe, food, something. Everybody can be selling stuff at the event, but that person has an apron. Plus, for men, even women, but especially for men, the pockets are so big, I can put samples in there. I can put samples. So that means I'm walking around with a tray, like bourbon chicken. You know bourbon chicken in the mall, Megan? You know, that's what they do in the mall. You know, in the mall, they got the bourbon chicken. You know, they go around with a little piece of chicken, and they give you a sample, and they hit you for $7. Anybody else get that? Same system. Since I was a kid, when I first tried bourbon chicken, I'm like, oh my God, what is this? She said, yeah, it's $7. Chicken costs nothing. Same thing with a little shot of that live latte. Walk around with a tray. You want to try the world's best coffee? Boom, go table right there. Hit them in there. $5, $6. No business presentation. No eulogy. The banner says everything. Move the coffee, sell. Move the coffee, sell. Because they see it on your shirt. You said the world's best coffee? Yes, I do. How do you know? Your palate's gonna tell you. Have a cup of coffee. People love a challenge. It's $5. It's not gonna hurt. I want to show you something also as I'm talking about retail to residual. I'm gonna go back to that, okay? Let me back up real quickly here, okay? So, oh yeah, see right here, see? Here's another example. See this here? This is real pictures, by the way. Some of these pictures up top, they're from the Alive brand. The bottom is when I was in the other company. I just show receipts. See, before they had PayPal and all these places you take payment, we took cash. We took cash. This is how people came home, guys. This is how people came home. See this here? This iced coffee. See this here? They found a way how to take the sachet and make 2 cups of coffee. Ice. You figure it out. This is a real group. This is a real event. Right here, so you know this event here, she said mostly with the vendors. There's 50 vendors in the venue. She says besides the people that was in the venue, the vendors who was actually selling other stuff were the ones coming the most. Even the people selling the Venezuelan cuisine. Because they're Venezuelan. We drink coffee. We need more coffee. All right? This is what it's all about right here, okay? But let me back up real quick. Let me get back on track, okay? So going back to retail, how does this all go to retail? You know your product. You know your markup. You know exactly when you're building the business, you can't build it on 2 boxes. You can't build it on 5 boxes. Guys, it's an investment, okay? You're going to get to a place where you have to be constantly on that 10 boxes to even 20. It's going to get better, by the way, okay? I got enough. It's going to get better, but I want you to think in your mind that 10 to 20, because that's what we're teaching people. You want to be on 10 to 20 boxes because as the money's coming in, you got to once again invest back into your business. Because if you're retailing at a certain amount, people are going to want the product. And as you're getting more money, making money from the retailing of the product, you got to buy more product, which if you buy more product in network marketing, if your group is doing the same, that's called BV. Hello. So when we say retail to residual, I'm teaching people how to make money cash. Like when people make money cash, they feel good. Like imagine today, if 4 people bought coffee from you at $50 a piece, you just feel a little different. You seen gas? Feel a lot different when somebody say, I need coffee, and 4 did that today. That's $200. Hello. It's a whole lot different when cash is hitting your hand. I'm excited, which means I know I got to stay active, which means I got to buy a product. I got to keep making sure I'm active, which therefore, from the totality, from your upline to the people below you, your customers and distributors, retail and residuals, you keep hitting rates. Are you guys follow me? Yes or yes? All right, let's go again. Now, something we didn't have, as I said last week, this is what I want to make sure you guys understand. This is a smoking gun right here. Because now when I tell that person, when they're buying coffee, again, I said it, I don't promote my Alive site. I do not promote my Alive site. I'm going to say it a third time. I do not promote my Alive site unless I'm about to enroll a preferred member. Do you get that? I don't. I'm going to go for it again so you kind of know where I'm coming from. So I got it here. Listen. Quick call script. When I call, if you want to call somebody up, I call them. Hey, this is Bass Grant. I need your help. Just started my own premium organic coffee business. We launched it with an amazing flavor called the Alive Latte. I would love for you to become one of my first preferred customers if you buy a box of 2. Now, I'm going to sell it to them at retail. I'm going to retail them as the world's best, and I'm going to retail them at $50 a piece. If you like the coffee, I will show you how to get it at wholesale. I'm going to back up. Got a little excited. I would like for you to become one of my first preferred members. Non-threatening. I'm not talking about network marketing. No phone call needed. No opportunity call needed. Bass said, make a list of 100 people and do this script. Just do this script. I need you. I need your support. Can you support me by buying a box or two? How much? $50 a box, $2.50 a cup. Can I put you down for 1 or 2 boxes? If you like it, I can show you how to get it for wholesale. They buy 2 boxes at 50 and 50. They love it. I want to be a wholesale. Boom. Now, something we've never seen, residual. I call it driving the car. CAR, customer acquisition residual bonus. Drive that car, guys. Right there. Imagine, I said 4 people. Imagine if 4 people I sample and they say they want to become customers. That's $100 a month, residual. Okay? That's $100 a month, residual. 500 every 5 months, 1,200 every 12 months. I've been telling people the goal is 100 customers. You want to make it your goal. If you're in this business, by the end of if you just want to go from a slow, I think it's slow, but from a slow perspective, 100 customers within your first 12 months. I think that's slow because I truly believe if you're really thinking about how many coffee drinkers, when you don't have to present an opportunity, like go look at an opportunity call, you're just hitting them on trying the coffee at retail. Then you try to get them over there to the wholesale for the two boxes membership at 75. So they're going to see that, yeah, I paid 50 and 50, but yeah, I see where it's 37 now. He is giving me a discount. Yeah. That's it. You got your own little link. You can buy it when you want, or you can get on auto ship. I would say just get on auto ship, $75 for 2 boxes. You can buy 2 if you want, but just go ahead and do it. Bam. And it's shipped to them. I believe every 90 days, if you really put your mind and focus on it, because it's simple, 100 customers. Let's say you have 500 customers. You just take that 2,500 times by 5. Well, let's say I can do 200. Let's say 200. And you take the 2,500 times, you just double it. Imagine $5,000 residual from customers, and they say, how big is your downline? I don't have a lot of builders, but I do got over 200 plus customers. Because I learned how to retail the product. How? Because I was telling people it was the world's best coffee, and then I retold them. I retold those people it was the world's best coffee. Then I retailed them the coffee. And when I retailed them, when I retold them, they said, how can I keep getting it? I was very confident in what I was saying, to the point that when they tried, they said, you know what? This actually is a better cup of coffee. What Megan said, sweetness will not the sin. No sugar? That's already put us up. I don't have to go through what sugar does to the body, guys. Listen, hey, you're one of the few who it don't affect you, congratulations. But we ought to know what a certain amount of sugar does to the body. So anybody looking for a way of alternative to have their sweetness without the sin per se, we got it. When I say no sugar, I'm already in. No dairy, I'm really in. No dairy, no sugar, well, I'm listening. This is coffee? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just try it. Am I making sense? Yes or yes, okay? Am I making sense? Right here, this is the difference. This is the smoking gun right here. This bad boy right here. Yes, when a person joins 10, 20, but this right here is the sweet spot as you're building. Because you got to think about it. Here doesn't really require you to try to get them in to build a business because you're already on the retail tip. Does that make sense? Are you listening? You're already on the retail tip. And as you start to get more and more to coffee, I'm gonna give you guys another secret to the retail. Okay, this is a retail, but it's a necessary. As you start to grow your base, your group, I want you to add one thing into the mix. We was having this call today with Dave, and I said, hey, I'll start the training on it. I'll start the verbiage, but it needs to start being said so people understand that when you're buying the bigger packs, but you're building a team, okay? So hypothetically, I get started. I bring on Sean into the business, right? Sean joins the company tonight, and he joined on the coffee side. If you really want to expedite even further your retail to residuals, because you got to have coffee. Don't let Sean, who just joined the business, leave the house without at least 2 boxes of coffee. I'm getting you ready now before the black comes, because that's when it goes full mainstream. The way we were taught, a new person, not a customer, a new distributor, Megan, does not leave your presence unless they buy from me at wholesale. So I'm breaking even now. Okay, I'm breaking because they joined. So I don't retail a distributor who just joined my group. He just came in, 5 boxes, 10. But when they leave, we say brand new CEO, Megan. Right now it's 2 lattes. They got to buy from me also 2 boxes at wholesale. 35. You can do 30. Don't try to sell it for 50, guys. Stop. If they join the business with you, I need you to buy. So I break even. But now that new distributor who's waiting for their product to come, 7, 10 days, they got 2 boxes. Besides trying it, they at least have 1 they can sample. So while they're waiting for their product, they're learning how to sample. Family, friends, work. They might sample. That's 40 sachets they can sample. Because if they came in on 5 boxes, came in on 10 boxes, what we want and what we know will happen is they're going to get people saying, when it comes, put me down for a box. And what you want to have happen is when that person who invested $350, who invested that money into the business, they say, Bass, I've had already 10 people that say they want to buy a box of coffee for $50. I made my money back. I know. I need more coffee. I know. You saw that? So they went out there and I taught them how to retail. And they retail and actually pre-sold, but they retailed their coffee before it came. And by default, they made their money back. But now what they needed to do, they got to go back and buy more coffee, which turns into residual. Hello? So outside of the retailing at events, you want to get familiar with when a new person joins. Guys, remember, anybody who joins your business, they need to leave your house. So 4 people join, yeah, you got to have 8 boxes. I don't have enough coffee. That's why I tell you got to keep coffee on you. You got to be prepared. Don't let a new person leave your house without at least 2 boxes. I'm telling you what we know. I'm telling you what we know, because when the black comes, you're going to need it. It's going to be even more aggressive. Okay. What I want to do here, is I want to have a few people come on. Okay, I told you guys, and I'm going to come back. I got a few more things here I want to touch on, but I do want to give time to some people that I asked to come on this call. Okay, now, again, I'm going to prep these people so they understand that, guys, you don't have to not say, like this ain't Facebook. There's no laws against receipts. This ain't an income claim, because we ain't talking about signing people up and going double diamond, going crown jewel ambassador, and I'm making no. We talking about straight cash, retail. You can say on this call, my name is, yes, this is what I'm doing. I do retail. This is how I find my events. And yes, when I go and do my retail events, I want you to tell, this is what I sell my coffee for, and this type of money I've been making. Matter of fact, last week, I made this amount. 2 weeks ago, say the number. That makes sense? Say the number. Now, for the people on the phone asking, well, who will be on the Zoom? Well, where did you find everything? Guys, it's there. Eventbrite, Facebook. Facebook has an events page. Eventbrite, you can put in vendors needed. This is how I taught some of them, and others just found other avenues of getting into doors, because they say Bass said lead with coffee, not network marketing. And it's amazing how many doors open when they just think you're just a coffee girl. You're just a coffee guy. You say you were Conectiv and Alive and network marketing. They're like, no, you're not invited here. You're a coffee guy. We've been looking for you. So if I can, the ones who I have to be on the call, I want you to raise your hand. I'm going to bring them on one by one. Okay, in no particular order, but I know I did ask some of them to come on the line here, and I'll start off first. I know let's see here. Yes, I'm gonna start with Miss Lakeisha. Okay, now Lakeisha, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm gonna go ahead and if you can, Lakeisha, I think if you can unmute yourself. Well, unmute yourself, Lakeisha. If you want to turn your camera on, or If you can't turn your camera on, let me know. But I do want to have you come on and share with everybody what you've been up to, what you've been doing. Here we go. Yeah, let me go ahead and spotlight her real quickly. Here we go. So Lakeisha, just walk in, just tell about who you are, where you're from, and like I said, just how it's been for you getting events, what you said you're calling for, and like we already said, talk about the kind of money you've been making from doing events, from the high to the low. But the floor is yours, y'all. Big hand clap, guys, for Lakeisha.
Thank you. Thank you. So everybody can hear me, right?
Loud and clear.
All right, awesome. Part of it was finding events. I know you said go on Eventbrite and do vendors wanted, but also did vendors needed. And so when I did that, just making calls, sending out emails to see if, they have vendor space and really knocking on doors, I ended up in contact with somebody from the Chamber of Commerce. They did help me with doing my first event, and that one was a wash. That first event with the Chamber of Commerce was a wash. We made about $300 and something, almost $400, but we got rained out. So he ended up giving me 3 more events for free because of that, and they are 2-day events that's coming up. So I'm super excited about that. He also gave me a radio advertisement with iHeartRadio. And so it runs for the life of the business. So I'm super excited about that. It's playing now. And so my first event out the gate was January, and I made about $1,000 in Tallahassee. I was selling my coffee for $5. I was only selling hot, and I was sampling. And so that went very well. February, I had an event just 2 weeks ago. I could not sell coffee by the cup. They only allowed me to sample coffee. The event was free because I was sampling coffee. So I didn't even pay anything for that event. I made $600, which not bad. I didn't pay anything for that event. So I still have a couple of events this month that I feel like I just had an event. Oh, that was just a couple weeks ago. I did. I do have 3 events back to back in April. I have 2 in May. I have 3 in June. I have 2 in July. I have 1 in August, 1 in September. I have 2 in October, 3 in November, 2 in December. So I'm already booked and busy for the year. I have been building quietly. And so I don't know what else you want to tell them, Bass.
So I just want to have,
The
I just have
money's
one question.
here.
When it comes to those events, you're going to need coffee for that, right? So coffee's not just coming out of it.
Lots of coffee.
So you got to
Lots
keep
of coffee.
ordering coffee, right?
Keep ordering coffee. You at least need 20, 30 boxes. You can't have 10, you can't have 5. You have to have it. I'm doing the think about it packs, the samplers. I'm asking the people, hey, you want that coffee? You can have it at home. You can still get this great taste at home, and they're willing to buy. I still have over 100 people I still have to contact. I did get 1 brand ambassador. I was double dipping while we was on this call. I had another brand ambassador I was talking to while in multitasking. So I'll be calling you. I'm cooking. I'm still cooking.
Yeah.
So just super excited about what's going on. The coffee is the conversation. People willing to meet with coffee, network with coffee. And so I'm just following the leader. Whatever Bass say, whatever the team members say, everybody have, their own ideas of what they're doing. And so just following the leader. Somebody say something, I'm ready. I'm following the leader. So whatever they say, it works.
Yeah,
it works.
I appreciate that, Lakeisha, as well. And you guys said it, heard her say it. We got brand ambassadors coming on board. We're not going into the whole aspect of brand ambassadors asking how can we get compensated. We showed them those 2 boxes. All we show. We say all those followers you got on your page. We show those 2 boxes of coffee, $25. They like, say what? So for everybody who bought 2 boxes, y'all gonna pay me $25? Yep. And we do the drop ship. They were like, how fast we get on a 3-way phone call with your business partner, which that's what we do. No opportunity call. We did that call. The lady said, sign me up. Sign me up. So appreciate Lakeisha for that testimony. Once again, retail to residual. Thank you very much. I'm going to now channel over to Memphis, Tennessee, to a Miss Gwen. If you can definitely come on, Miss Gwen. She's another retail to residual. Okay, once again, driving that car. And would love for you, Miss Gwen, to come on. And same thing like Miss Lakeisha, because I just want people to hear. Because again, people be thinking, well, Bass, what is it? What is it? I'm like, it's no secret. It's no secret. Just this is what I've been saying. But we got people who actually have been doing it. So by all means, Miss Gwen, what you been doing there in Memphis, Tennessee? And don't be afraid to talk about the income.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Grant. How are you today?
Doing amazing.
All is well here in the great city of Memphis. Our amazing president visited us on today. But yeah, so about the event. So I started out and still continue today to be mostly a retail customer. I have several customers, probably 5 or 6, that refuse to go online. So I service them personally monthly, which means I have to keep a good supply of coffee on hand to service them because they're purchasing anywhere from 2 to 5 boxes a month from me directly. And then in September, I started doing events. And so I came in on the elite pack. So I started out with a good supply to start out. And then I did my first event in September of last year. Only maybe about 20 or 25 people showed up because it rained that morning. They ended up giving us our feedback that we paid for the booth, but I still left there with over $450 from those few people that did show up. I did a second event in December, and that was probably in about 3 or 4 hours. Once they opened the doors, I made over $600 in that event. I did another event last month, it was a women's event. So maybe over the 3 days, we may have had 100 people that came through, and I netted over $1,200 from that event. That person called me back last week and said, hey, I'm doing another event. I'm hand picking vendors who were at the event last month. I want to know if you'll come. This is a city event, and they want to prepay for a cup of coffee for each attendee, and additionally want me to set up to sell coffee as well, and I don't have to pay a vendor booth for that. Also, I have another event, April the 18th. They gave me an ad in their book, and I'm setting up a booth. And then I got an email today inviting me from somebody I met at the event last month. She's having an event in May, and so now she wants me to come and set up at her May event. And then they're throwing in the tables, and they're charging for the tables normally, but she told me I didn't have to pay for tables or chairs or anything. And so in addition to my events, I'm servicing still my retail customers. So I'm very excited. This is the world's best coffee. The t-shirts work, the aprons work. I wear my shirt even out, and people are like, oh, you sell the world's best coffee? I'm like, I do. So this one guy, he owned a coffee shop, and he was like, so you sell the world's best coffee? I said, I do. And I said, you must think you do. And he said, yeah, I think so. I said, I'll challenge you. So I gave him a sample, and he did like it. He did like it. So, but of course, he owns his own coffee brand. But I know that we do have the world's best coffee. I drink probably 3 to 4 cups a day myself. So I'm my own supplier, so I have to stay stocked for myself as well. But I'm excited about it. Thank you, Mr. Grant, for, just telling us. I do get my events from Eventbrite, also for social media. And then lately, it's just been word of mouth. People know that I sell the world's best coffee, so they're calling me and saying, hey, this person's doing a vendor event. I think it'll be a good thing for you to check into. So it's worked very well.
Sounds good. Yeah, I see. Is that Mildred who got a hand raised? Is that who you say? Is that Mildred? Oh,
I don't think so. I think that's another Mark.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, I didn't know that was Mildred trying to unmute. Okay, but fantastic again when it comes to that, and retail to residual guide is really what it's all about. So once again, congratulations again on that as well. Appreciate you always, once again, when it comes to being, once again, a servant leader. And that's what it's all about. I'm going to, once again, go here to Miss Benita here in Tampa. Okay, Benita, if you can definitely unmute yourself here. Another guy, again, I have really just this person, one other person here. But Benita is another superstar who does very, very well when it comes to the coffee, crushes it as always. You ought to know Mildred. You ought to know Benita. You ought to know the game plan, who you are, what you sell it for, and you ought to know it. Don't be afraid to talk about that money you're making. Retail to residuals. Take it away.
So, yes, we do sell the world's best coffee. And I am just like you, Bass, when it comes to the coffee, very confident. So everywhere I go, I'm always advertising the coffee. So yes, the t-shirts work, the aprons work, everything that you've mentioned that what we need to do, it all works. So as far as retail events go, I didn't have anything in January, but February, I had an event in February. In February, we did 500 at that event. That was a market event, outside event. I call those outside events. I call market events. So those were outside events. We did really good on that one. That was a 2-day one. Very out of the norm. That event, it was out of the norm. But coffee is coffee, so it don't matter if you in heaven or hell. Literally. They're gonna drink. They want the coffee. So then we now goes into in March. So in March we did another market event. In March, I think we only had one event. I think this March. I think we had 1 or 2 events I had. So if an event does not go well, meaning that I didn't meet my goal financially, then what I do is I network. So what I do is I get to know everybody that's there. My job is to know every vendor that's there. My job is to know everybody who walked in there if I didn't make my quota. And with me doing that, I secure other events that they're going. Say like, oh yeah, we love your coffee. Like I have an event, a breast cancer event in October. I literally starting next month, April, I have 3 events in April. I have 3 events in May. I have 4 events in June. I'm pretty much booked throughout the whole year for events. But each event that I do, that I have coming up starting in April, the minimum that I make at those events, the bare minimum I make at that event is $800. When I do the 2-day events, I always leave at close to about $1,700, if not more. And when I go do those events, we do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We make sure we get everybody's name and number, and we get good with the person who's doing the event just so we can get called back again. So that's another thing. I always try to find out who's hosting the event, make sure they get their coffee first, make sure it's hot, just so we can get that relationship. So therefore I can come back and pretty much secure whatever they got going on throughout the year. So that's the goal. That's what I normally do. As far as boasting about the coffee, even when I go to a lunch and learn, they always ask me, oh, so what do you do? Oh, I'm so happy you asked. So I begin to tell them what I do, and I boast about the coffee so much to the point where I did a lunch and learn last week. It was like 10 of us at the table, and I boasted so much about the coffee. The guy was like, I don't even drink coffee, but I'm willing to try a coffee. And we was at a coffee place. We were at a coffee spot. So I told the lady, can you give me some hot water and give me 10 cups so everybody can try the coffee? So I had 2 samples on me at that time. So what I literally did, guys, I stretched those samples. And I had everybody try the coffee. And with me doing that, I got another invite. A guy wanted me to come out to his office and help me. He's told me that he is in the business far as connecting under other vendors, but he normally worked in the housing development. And he was like, listen, let's get a plan together where I can help you get your coffee in all these developments that I'm currently working in. I said, no problem. Because he's like, I don't even drink coffee, but I love your coffee. He was like, he was right. He said, you boast about your coffee, but you was right. So let me help you get into these other businesses. So I said, cool, no problem. So he was like, I got all the connections for you. I just need you to show up. That's no problem. I'll show up. So in other words, what I'm also trying to say is, yes, you can make the money retail. You sure can. You make the money retail when it comes to this business, but don't leave out the connections you can make as well to also further your business as well. So yeah, the minimum that I ever made in selling coffee, the bare minimum was 300. The max that I made so far on coffee sales was about 1,800 so far. It was the actual max that I made at an event. So every weekend that I'm working an event, I already know the bills is paid for the month.
Ooh. And so
That's,
it's safe to say that coffee has legs. We talk about it all
oh,
the time.
absolutely.
Coffee has
Listen,
legs.
man, listen, you don't know how, listen, some, on one of these events, the guy was like, listen, don't even worry about the fee. Just give me a box of coffee. You just give me a box of coffee and you good. No problem. I got you. I got you. So coffee paid for. So
That's
I'm
it.
good. I'm good. You
Hey,
just give me a box of coffee. We good. No
Hey
problem.
guys, you can't say it enough. I appreciate that amazing testimony, Benita. I know you're crushing it. And once again, even with the retail to residuals, we know we got big goals when it comes to hitting ranks, but the bases are taken care of. So when new people join, you ought to know how to teach them retail to residuals. I appreciate you on that. All right. And I want to bring up my guy, brother Akeem here, who I know he's killing it when it comes to, selling coffee. I mean, in a big, big way. You got to know the game plan, brother Akeem. Just tell everybody once again who you are, what you're selling the coffee for. And like I said, don't be afraid to talk about, not only the money you're making, but you're in a lot of places too. Take it away, brother King.
From Atlanta, Georgia. You can hear me?
You're loud and clear, brother. I can't
Boy, let's get started. They might kick me off the phone for this call today. Listen, people, listen. What Baz is giving us is outstanding. But when you take it, he give it to you, put it in your heart. Because some of us on this line have not sold themselves yet. So you cannot sell to anybody else unless you done sold to yourself first. You have to be sold out to yourself first because people and customers can see that. So I'm going to ask this question before I get into what I'm doing. How many of you wake up and you say, I'm going to go out and prospect today. I'm going to go out and make me some prospecting today. Put a 1 in the chat if you do that. Put a 1 in the chat. You wake up and you say, I'm going out looking for prospect today. That's what I'm talking about. I love the ones. I see that. I love the ones. I love it. I see it. I see it. I see it. All of y'all are wrong. Every last person put a 1 is wrong. You don't wake up and go prospect. You wake up and go out and you prospect. That's what you do. That's who you are. That's what you be. You don't wake up one morning and say, I'm going to go out and prospect. Why? Because you start looking for certain people that you think going to buy the coffee. You start, I think he's going to buy it. I think they're going to buy it. I'm going to go over here. No, just go out. I took my son to the emergency room because he was throwing up. And the nurse come from the back with a cup of coffee. I said, oh, do your company supply the coffee or did you buy the coffee? She said, they buy the coffee for us, but it's always stale. It's always cold. I said, don't worry. I have the best coffee for you. Because I don't sell coffee. I sell the dream. I don't sell no coffee. I sell the vision. People love the vision of what this coffee going to do to them, not just the taste. In my car, I keep boxes of coffee. You know, when my son was back there getting tools put in his mouth, I was selling coffee to the nurses. And still got coffee with Piedmont Hospital. Yes. So I do events. I go out and do events. The lowest I've ever made in an event, it's been like 800. The highest has been like 1,800. He said, well, what is he doing? I am everywhere. I am everywhere. Because I don't go out and look for prospect. I just go out and I prospect. The lady that served your food was a customer. You missed it. The person you walked past this morning, you didn't say anything to them. You missed it. Your neighbor, you missed them. That person across the street, you missed them. That person in Walmart, you missed them. Because you don't know, because you didn't go out prospecting. You weren't really prospecting that day, so you left a lot of customers get past you. Am I making any sense, Brad? If I'm making any sense, let me know.
You make a lot of sense, man. Keep going.
So here's the I do not sell where I can't close. I don't sell where I can't close. We all trying to make the sale. Just make the connection, set the meeting. And then you can sell so you can close. I pride myself in, see, nobody cares about your rank, especially the customer.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody know you didn't sell coffee the last 2 weeks except yourself.
Ooh.
Except you. This is the only business. You can wake up and haven't sold a cup of coffee Coffee in your house, you can wake up that next morning and say, I am going to make some sales today. And nobody knows that you've been losing all that day.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it so ironic that we sell the world's best coffee and we fall victim to most of the people and they don't even say no?
Mm.
It's always a yes. Write this down. It's always a yes until they say no. It is always a yes until they say no. Because most of the time, people we're talking to, they don't tell us no. What do they say? I don't have the money right now. Let me go talk to my wife. Give me a moment. They didn't say no. So why are you hanging the phone? Why you cut it off right there? Why you don't get back in the conversation? If we sell the world's best coffee, and we do, it's time to elevate what we're doing to people we've been afraid to go to. I don't send people nowhere to my website if they live in Atlanta and I can get to them.
Mm.
I don't want $25. I want $50. I don't want you. No, you're not going to go to my website. You're not going to go to Connect website. And no, why are you going to send somebody to a website to buy $75 for 2 bottles of coffee and they stay 10 minutes away from you? No, I'm finna bring you my box. I deliver. I deliver because I want the 50. Now, if you stay in another state somewhere, you're gonna get the website, my website. You're not gonna get. But if you want to be a distributor, you're gonna look on my website, and then I'm gonna talk to you about distributor, and I'll see you to Conectiv. But until then, if you just a customer, it's 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. Especially because in my car, I have coffee all the time. And in our events, we sell the cups for $5. We sell the boxes for $50, $2.50 a cup. And we do close to 30 to 40 boxes. So when I go to an event, I got to have 40 boxes at home. Y'all missed that, didn't you? When I go to an event, I leave 40 boxes at home. Because my next event is the next week. I don't have time to order. I'm ordering off of the next event for the next further event. And I booked out, Bass, I am literally booked out. April would be one of my biggest months.
Oh, I believe it. I
don't have 5 shows. I got 6 shows. I'm going to be in health and wellness shows that I will be in. My chiropractor, they worked on my back. I deliver coffee to his office. That's my new thing. I'm finna shut my mouth, but that's my new thing now. I just done right here. I got my brochure for companies only. Companies only. And anywhere you walk in, you see a coffee pot. You ask, hey, do y'all buy that coffee pot as a collective, or do the company buy it for you? And if they say the company buy it for you, I'll talk to the manager. I just did it today at an auto body shop. Talk to the owner. And I said, let me show you how to lower the price that you're paying on the coffee and upgrade the health with this coffee. Make it more simple. You don't have to stand and wait for the Keurig cups. It's more productivity, and show you a better way to make this work. And I'm going to give you a 30-day supply. And after those 30 days, I'll come back to see you. You say, you giving away 30 sachets? Y'all just slipped. I don't know where y'all was at, but y'all just slipped on David giving away 100 sachets for $100. Man, I would have sold some Pampers, some baby milk. I would have sold the kitchen table. I would call my mama and say, Mama, give me 100. I'll pay you back when it get there, because I know if I get 100 sachets, I know I can make $500.
Now, it was funny if they missed that. See, 30-day supply is only 30 sachets, a box and 10. They missed that. See, they get 30 boxes enough. See, I see what you did there, but go ahead. I see what you did there.
It's a numbers game. And a 30-day supply, you might say, man, that's a lot. I pay more than that for my overhead. I want you to write this down. Either you're going to be a world-class seller or a world-class winger. Either you're going to wing it or we're going to listen to bass, listen to people who have access to millionaires, or we're going to listen to them and really make this work. Because let me get this straight on one thing. It is simple, but not easy. It is simple, but not easy. A push-up is simple, but it ain't easy. So it's simple. The process is simple. It's a simple process, but you got to put some work in. I think that when people didn't throw it off at, oh man, it's easy to sell a coffee. No, it's not easy. It's simple, but it ain't easy. You got to put the work in. You have to put the work in. And when you put the work in, it go, I have my advertising costs for me, my company. I'm a CEO. I own my coffee company. Conectiv is my warehouse. They ship for me to who I wanted to ship it to. I'm the CEO of my company. It's my company. The people say, well, you made this? You invented this? I said, a great person we know, David and Manete, came up with this great idea and he asked us to come on board. My advertising cost is $5 a month. That's my advertising cost. I must run through 5 boxes to sample a month. If I don't, that means I'm not doing what I should be doing. I'm talking about just going out. My advertising cost is 5 boxes a month, which means I have to sample 100 people. And at the end of the month, if 2 of those sample boxes, I bust them, I open them when I get them. And I have to sample all these boxes before the end of the month. That's my advertising cost, because that's how I advertise. I give out samples. That's how we advertise. You got to give the samples away. If you're squeezing and holding on to 1 or 2 boxes of coffee, it's okay. You're a customer. This business has customers. This business have distributors, but this business also have leaders. I just gave you a pyramid. I just gave it to you. Can I say one more thing, man? I'll be out there.
You got one thing. Absolutely, you good.
Listen, the number one thing we're going to hear, and those that are new on this line, you're going to hear people say, man, that sounds like a pyramid. And know what you need to say? I understand why you would think that. But can I explain something to you real quick? If any company you get in makes this money off by people just signing up, the more people signing up, that's a pyramid. Our company only makes this money when product moves. If product does not move, you don't get paid. Me signing you up, you don't get no money. I don't get no money. If your company makes most of its money off people who sign up, that's a pyramid. Because when people stop signing up, you don't get no money. He said, well, that makes a lot of sense. Man, let me make it a little more plain to you. Just say, if you want to buy a house, you and your wife want to buy a house, you go to a realtor, you buy a house. You are a customer of their house. You bought the house. Your husband sit down one day, your wife sit down one day and said, man, you know our realtor made $10,000 off of selling us this house? I'm going to be a realtor. So you become a realtor and you start selling houses. Then after a while after that, you say, man, I'm doing good right now. I'm going to be a broker. That's your pyramid. That is us right now. We have people that are customers. We have people that are the distributors. They sell the coffee. And we have people that are leaders. They got teams that sell the coffee. Those are your brokers. 1, 2, 3. That's your pyramid that we're all on. You know what they say? Wow. You're right. We're all in a pyramid. Some type of way. But our company, just because you say it's a public trading company, don't mean it's not in a pyramid. Our company does not move unless product has to move for you to get paid. Not because you sign up 3 people and you get paid. Nope. Product moves, we get paid. That's a company that we're a part of, that we're going to take to the highest level ever. We only got 2 years, I tell y'all, before this coffee take so much wings that everybody right now has the perfect opportunity to be in this. We're going to look back 2 years from now, and those who get left behind, I hate it, but those that are on board right now, take out the time, invest in this dream, and sell this dream. I'm out, Bez. I appreciate everything you giving me.
God,
I appreciate
man,
everything
listen,
you shared with me. I
man,
love it, brother.
man, yeah, I received it, man. Y'all put some fire in the chat, you guys, for Brother King. My goodness. I already knew when he, because I wanted to save him for last because I knew how well he's already doing when it comes to the product and how he's been retailing and actually helping other people in the team doing the same thing. He got people that come on board, but he like, I can teach you how to make money if you can't recruit. But even if they don't, one thing he's good at doing, like he told you guys, he's moving product, therefore you got to reorder. But I like that. 5 boxes you got to go through. He gave y'all a gem. That's basically saying he's putting, if you look at what 5 boxes is, that's 180. He's putting $180 of effort every month. He's putting into his business to get that full totality. That's a lot of samples of product, guys. That's some major nuggets, and that's why I wanted to make sure that he had a chance to really speak his mind. I appreciate you, brother, here. I have a few more things I'm going to touch on here, guys. And like I said, this whole call is retail to residual. And Brother King gave it to you when he talks about how he sells the product. And while he was talking, I made sure I had a few things here opened up so I can kind of do what's called the rapid fire real quickly. So I'm going to share my screen again. And I want you guys to see something here. All right. When it comes to not this, okay, I know we had that there, but I want to show you this here. When we talk about think about it pack real quickly here, rapid fire. These are I'm showing samples of events. Can everybody see this here? See this blue area right here? Be familiar, guys. This is called a think about it pack. I talked about it before. You want to have these ready and available. 4 sachets, $20. I'm going to say it again. 4 sachets, $20. I'm going to say it again. 4 sachets, $20. You want to have that because the think about it pack is the pack. People make them all different ways, guys. I told the team, hey, you get that box of coffee like Brother King was saying. He give out samples. Some people take 3-4 boxes and they'll make about 10, 15, 20 think about it packs. Why? Again, this is retail to residuals. I'm telling you, I got the world's best coffee. We sit down, we have 1 cup of coffee. You like the coffee, but you're going to tell me you want to go home and think about it. So because you want to go home and think about it, I say, no problem. Let's go think about it. And I go ahead and, for the most part, hold on here. I go ahead for the most part from a think about it pack. I go ahead and make sure. Am I still on? Am I still a host? Yes. Okay. I don't know who that was there. Who's on it there? Okay. All right.
How did I get on there?
No idea. All right. Yeah. It's like you're sharing the screen. Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Let me go and reshare my screen again. Okay. Yeah. Like what happened? What happened? Okay. So again, guys, when it comes to the think about it pack, you're gonna have a lot of people that when you sample the product. Okay. Let me know if you guys can still see my screen. You still see the think about it packs. They're gonna want to respectfully. Some want to go home and think about it. We want to make sure we catch that area. So I got to still retail again, but now it's 4 sachets, $20. It's 5 a piece. I don't have to say it's $5 a piece. It just you go 4 sachets, $20. And amazingly, for your time, listen closely. This is your time that we figured out. If you're gonna sit there and do that one-on-one, you're gonna sit there and make a stop before you get home for the kids, because somebody want to hear about the coffee. Somebody want a sample of the coffee. I'm not going to give you a bunch of free samples. No, you get one. But the thing about a pack on screen. You like it? You want to go home and talk to your husband, your wife? Oh, yeah, I got to think about it, pack. And I'm going to call it that. Even if I'm wearing the world's best coffee. And I get them a sample. They come back and say, that coffee was good. How much? 50. Oh, that's too much. No worries. I got to think about it, pack. That's immediately what I say. Oh, 50 too much. No worries. I got to think about it, pack. $20. Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that. Not thinking it was cheaper to get the 50. But again, we're adults. I ain't going to go through the whole minutia of it. Here goes $20, 4 sachets. Done. You got a box, you can make $100 on one box. Hello, did everybody catch that? So again, that's how, so think about it, pack. You want to make sure that you're very familiar with the think about it, pack, when it comes to that, okay? Everybody got it? Yes or yes? I'm not done, okay? I'm not done. One more thing again, I want you guys to know when it comes to getting lead, we talk about customers. Are you seeing this on the screen, guys? This customer spotlight. Are you seeing it? Yes or yes? All right. All right. Are you seeing it? Yes or yes in the call? Let me know if you see this on the screen. This right here is a brand new thing. I want everybody to listen, okay? Again, we talked about this here on our call last week. I've been going heavy with it. We have many flyers like this. This flyer here, I got 3 different versions of it. This is what we tell people. How do you get into people's network? Hakeem told you. I'm trying to get into I ain't promote my site. Everybody getting this retail. You go to my site, his method is, I'm going to put you in the business. But some people want to get customers. You can do that also. However you do it. But one thing I want to do is if I give you a sample of coffee, and let's say I give Teresa some coffee. She loves the coffee. She tells me this coffee was the best. I said, fantastic, guys. Put on your paper, on your notes. You want to be on purpose. On purpose. Always, when a person loves the product, it doesn't stop there. Yeah, they might buy your coffee, but it doesn't stop there. Once they buy it, it's a satisfied customer. Sir, ma'am, question, is it okay if I feature you on my customer spotlight on my social media page? Someone who enjoyed the coffee, and based on your testimony, can I tag you? Are you able to get tagged on your Facebook? You are? Great. If I already know them, it's game on. I get that picture, or I go to their Facebook, any profile picture they view, they've already agreed. Like, I can take that picture and put it right here. I just put that picture right here. When I put it there, then I go to my page, my Facebook, and I put on my wall, I want to thank Teresa, and I'm going to tag her for being a new client who loved the coffee, another satisfied customer trying the world's best coffee. Thank you very much for trusting in us, to deliver the world's best. Imagine guys doing this 3-4 times every other day. But the key thing is, when I tag Teresa, I go to make sure it's on her wall. And it is. Now her friends are seeing that post. Me thanking Teresa, her believing in me, of giving her the world's best coffee. And you start seeing all her friends comment, you go girl, you go girl. And it's just good stuff. I may like that. I'm not commenting on that. I'm looking for the one that say, what coffee is that? How I get that? Bing, 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 bing. Hey, how you doing, Mike? This is Bass. Check your DM. I'm the one that gave Teresa the world's best coffee. That's how you do it. I'm going to say it again. Do not give people a presentation in comments. There's something about mystery. People being left out. Feel lost. So anybody that comments that they want the coffee, you got coffee? How good is it? Hey, how you doing? I'm the one that gave her the world's best coffee. Check your DM. That's what I'm doing. I'm not telling Teresa you need to sign up. She gave me access to her people, still living in parents' basement. I don't get it. And they ain't got another better. It's my grown adults. You gotta know this stuff to fluster me because we sell coffee, but you got grown people that literally woke up in the morning. They like, hey, I just want to just, I still got a baby bottle, probably still get on the stove, and you got to make it warm and cold. And so real quick, so everybody got that right? Retail. Last thing I'll say here also, and I think my screen is still sharing. The last thing I want to show is this here. Okay, now I'm going to update this here. All right, we're 18 minutes in, okay? But the one thing I want to update is on this part right here, guys, okay? Coffee Jazz Mixer, okay? I'll update it. I think we did do one. I think it might be updated. Yeah, a live cappuccino, because we did update, okay? But we'll make sure we put a live latte. But it don't matter. You can still use the same one. Nobody really looks at the name. Everybody wants to taste. But this is also, as I conclude my retail to residuals call here. When you do Coffee Jazz Mixer, this is the final. This is what you got to get even more aggressive at. For the ones doing retail events, we got it. Retail to retail to retail, we got it. But the in-home Coffee Jazz Mixers is the also Mecca. That's another smoking gun. Because there's so many people that don't mind. They'll invite you into their home to do a Coffee Jazz Mixer before they do an opportunity meeting. I'm talking about people who you meet at events. Hey, let me do a Coffee Jazz Mixer. Let me have your friend experience the world's best coffee, or even a new person. Even if it is an opportunity meeting, but you're just going at a Coffee Jazz Mixer. And when I'm at that meeting, I'm using this survey. I've even used the survey at retail events, but especially when it's private and home. So before the meeting even starts, when I come into a home, I'll ask them, has anybody tried the coffee? A real cup. None of that sample stuff, guys. One full cup. Have they filled out the surveys? Because when you get the surveys, I can show that distributor. I can show that person, look how many people on the survey before the meeting started, ready to buy. They tried the coffee while they're waiting, and you already got 5 people here ready to buy. That's why when some people do jazz mixers, listen closely before I close out. Some people, I tell them, you don't need to do a presentation at all. Some came for a Coffee Jazz Mixer, like a retail event. You ain't got to really go through no Conectiv, nothing. People just got to see, wait a minute. So you invited people over, had some soft music, maybe some small cookies, no cooking. The product is the presentation. They was drinking the coffee. You may have came up thanking everybody for coming out. You tried the world's best coffee. We're here. We're about to take over. Got a few testimonies in the room. If you're a guest of Mike, who had his Coffee Jazz Mixer, we thank you very much. We got some specials going here today. When it comes to buying the coffee, I got 5 people on the survey. You're ready to buy right now. $50 a box. So because you're friends with Mike, do it 45. If you want to be a customer, like it's so many ways, guys, but this right here is key. So take a picture of it. I'll send it to you, Megan, so you have it. But again, this is also how you can take payments, but I also have it at events. So if somebody comes back asking questions, you can tell people, hey, you try that coffee at our retail event while we're at the event, do a quick survey. We're curious of how good our coffee is. And here, just a lead. These are leads, guys. And some of y'all probably caught, these are leads. These are simple leads that we take and we do all the time, guys. So again, hopefully you guys had a chance of really hearing today when it comes to this call. Is obviously recorded, but I wanted to make sure we really break down this retail to residuals as we get ready for the black coffee. Okay. More importantly, seeing the testimonies. And the other thing that's exciting, I'm actually glad they did it, the distractions. People say all the time, Baz, why does it say Mr. 150? It's the same thing. When you're like this and that stuff comes, what's the first thing I did when I saw that? I just let's get. I'm so like this here and stuff because you can't go to the stratosphere without gravity. You can't get to any place without the other. Okay, you can't have good without evil. You can't. You just can't. You can't. I don't care how you look at it. So you're gonna have the one gonna come in and you gotta know how to conduct yourself. So when I see it, I just chuckle at it because I just know that I'm a grown man. I know some grown women out there, but some people wake up in the morning, with stuff on their mind, and I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's why they're the same ones that complain about, this industry don't work for whatever reason. And you know what? That ain't none of my business. What I do know is whether they stressed, depressed, people gonna drink coffee. They're gonna drink coffee. So I'm like this. That's why 150 miles per hour. That's how I was always taught. That's what I did. I did what I taught. I was like this. Anything negative, you saw it, man. I saw some hit the windshield, but it was like this. It was so quick. They hit it. I laughed because I still got to see. If I'd have turned my mind to it, I would have got distracted, and that's how you crash. So now you know where it came from. So God, let's make it happen. Appreciate you again, Megan, for allowing me to obviously be on the call. You and Coach Jay, and I appreciate anytime like when this happens here. When it comes to doing these calls and obviously giving the great information to everybody, in the company when it comes to Conectiv, the My Life movement. We know that the skincare is coming, the black coffee is coming, the gut health is coming, sleep product is coming, the convention is coming in May. And then we got Super Saturday this weekend in Houston. I'm just excited to be in business with you guys. And I'm excited for the next 2 to 3 years. But when we blow this thing up even more, and people look at that stock, all the haters and all the ones who like, coffee again? Yeah, coffee again. But when they look at that stock, I'm like, yeah, y'all too busy talking about coffee again, but you missed the fact that stock was at 3 cents a share.
Absolutely.
It ain't no more. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll have you take it away, Ms. Megan.
You know what? We are so very grateful. I know Coach Cassandra wants to give a quick testimony, and I want to remind everybody too, if you guys got great information tonight that you can use from the testimonies from Bass, just go ahead and put some $ in the chat or some coffee cups in the chat if you can. Put those in there. I do want to remind you guys as well, Bass, I don't know if you knew that I was a Division I volleyball player and then I became a coach. So I just spent the whole weekend at the volleyball tournament. Well, there's 65,000 athletes there and 100,000 people that came through. So we're getting a vendor event. And so I just want to encourage you guys. I want to show you something real quick. If you are looking for vendor events, I am not going to lie to you right now, Bass. They're selling acai bowls for $17. They're doing 20 to 30,000 a day.
Wow.
A day, not for the 2-day event, a day selling coffee and acai bowls at the events.
Wow.
So this coming up in every state that you guys are in, there's going to be a volleyball tournament that looks like this. And what's the first thing that you think the parents and the players are doing when they got to be at the gym at 6:30 in the morning and they're there until 8, 9 o'clock at night? And those vendors are making 20 to 30,000 a day at this event.
Wow.
So
Wow.
real quick, because Coach Cassandra loves when I do this. So this is what I asked chat. Just listen. So I'm going to the volleyball tournament in June. It is there's going to be 65,000 athletes there. Over 100,000 people are projected to go through. I sell the world's best coffee, so I'm going to sell the coffee for $5 a cup. So what is my projection of my amount of money I could make at this particular event? And I'm on a Zoom right now, so keep it short, sweet, to the point. But what's the projection of the amount of money I could potentially make selling coffee at this event when players have to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning and their parents have to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning? Can you tell the people?
All right, team, here's the quick projection. With over 100,000 people and coffee at $5 a cup, let's say even if just 3% grab a cup, that's about 3,000 cups. That's $15,000 in sales. If you get 5%, you're looking at about 25,000. So realistically, you could land somewhere between 15 and 25,000 in coffee sales, depending on that crowd. Simple and sweet.
Wow.
They're
Amazing.
selling bass. If you go to the volleyball club, and I'm just talking volleyball. I was a Division I athlete, and we all play club, right? This is what it looks like all day for about 3 days. And volleyball club is the longest season. There are events everywhere. If you guys look in your state, if you look in your city, there's going to be a volleyball tournament somewhere. And I'm going to tell you the first thing that coaches, parents, and players look for when they got to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning is, where can I find a cup of coffee? Everybody is looking for a cup of coffee. And there's thousands. So, I mean, just this June alone, there's going to be 100,000 people that go through. So just imagine if you're looking for events, look for sporting events.
Yes.
Everybody's drinking coffee all day, not just in the morning. They're going to drink it the entire time. So we're excited about the potential. I typically count the dollars of the acai bowl line. It's usually out the door, and they're selling acai bowls for $17. And the volleyball parents are gonna buy it. They're gonna buy $17 acai bowls. They're gonna buy your $5 cup of coffee. So just wanted to kind of put that out there, guys, because it's really the biggest events are the volleyball tournaments. So, Coach Cassandra, I know you want to give a quick testimony, so you can go ahead and jump right in, ma'am, before we hop off this call.
Yes. Oh, that was amazing, Megan. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I have to share this testimony. Just this Saturday, I went to a women's mixer that I was invited to. Actually, the guest is on the line. She's not in the business yet. I'm definitely going to have her pop on so she can share. And literally, when I gave out samples and people taste it, what did they say? Oh, wow. It's the truth. They say, oh, wow, this is no way. This has no sugar. It has no cream. This was absolutely a masterclass, family. Please share this replay with your team. This was incredible information down to the end with Megan sharing about these sporting events. So true. I go see my little great nephew's soccer games. Everybody looking for coffee. I go to Pee Wee football. Everybody looking for coffee. She's not telling the truth. So you guys, hint, hint, clue, clue. If you guys want to make another additional income stream, this is it. This is the world's best coffee. I am going to have Tyronda, can you put your hands up so Megan can see you? When you guys hear what she does, how and where I met her, testimony. You guys just got to get out there, share the word, and you will grow. Simple as that. Tyronda, are you there? Unmute yourself.
All right, let's see here.
I think she says she's iPhone.
Here she is.
Tyronda.
You just have to unmute yourself. There you go.
Hello, can you guys hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, we can.
Okay, beautiful. So, I was trying to, unvideo myself too. I look a little crazy, but anyway, so I'm here. Hey, Southern California in the house. I heard a lot of people that were from a lot of different places. So I actually own a grocery store here, and I'm so excited. I'm a member of the Black Chamber of Commerce, actually two. And so I'm so excited because I met her at the chamber meeting, and I don't drink coffee. I'm a tea drinker. But when I tasted this coffee, and I don't drink coffee, not because I don't like it. I actually love coffee. Been drinking it since I was a little girl, but it bothers my stomach really bad. So I had stopped drinking coffee. I'm lactose intolerant. I don't want any milk. I'm a sugar baby. It's got to be sweet, anything I drink. So I drink my tea because I put my honey. So I tasted her coffee. I was super impressed. I was like, oh my God, if I find some coffee that I can drink, I'm the type that'll drink like 8 cups, like a glutton, because I haven't had any for years. And so it was really good. So we had an event on Saturday, and I had a lot of women show up, and all of them got to taste their coffee, and they just was like, I should have them on right now, but I'm the type of person that I wait until I know for sure how I feel about a company. Then I invite them on. But I do have on 2 people. I'm from the East Coast originally. So I started texting everybody on the East Coast. Jump on, jump on, jump on. And so 2 people, one of them actually is an African lady I met here in California. She did end up jumping on. Then one of them is my cousin. He owns his own store. And I thought about, wow, he could sell this at his store. He also is a designer. He owns his own clothing line. So shout out to you, Jug. Thank you for jumping on. And my lady, beautiful woman, I forget your name, but thank you for jumping on too. So if you can see in the background, my store is those are some of the fruits and vegetables that I sell. That's my step and repeat. In California, we all have to have a step and repeat. That's for the kids, my step and repeat. And then I sell seafood, I sell chicken, I sell steak packages. Those are my packages that I sell. So I'm going to implement this in my grocery store. And so I'm going to implement this in my grocery store. And I'm really excited I'm really ready to get going. And I have a friend who drinks coffee every single day. And he was buying Rise, I think, some company and I said, oh no, forget about it. I canceled it for him and everything. And I said, you can buy that coffee from me. And I already called my mother's husband, who's the principal of the school. And I said, I know he drinks coffee because we smell it brewing every morning because he had to get up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. He lives here in California. I said, you're going to buy your coffee from me. I called my cousins in Florida. I was like, y'all need to jump on. So I am going to send this from the East Coast to the West Coast because I got it like that. And New York, too. I got a lot of friends in New York. So I will be trying to make this go big.
Thank you, Tyrandra.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
going to
you.
beat everybody in here who said they're already making money in one day. Gosh, except for the one that does the soccer. I ain't going to beat her.
I love
thank
it.
you guys. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank
Sorry
you.
about the hairstyle. I do natural. So,
You look beautiful. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Reflection of you, sister. Reflection of you.
Well,
All
first
right,
of all,
guys.
listen, we are so very excited. Bass, we can't help but to be excited about this particular product and just your energy, your expertise, and all of the teammates, guys. I'm excited. So, Coach Cassandra, thank you so much. Bass, thank you. And we will see you guys at the top. I always say, because the bottom's too crowded.
Thank you, Bass.
Blessings, everybody.
You're welcome. Bless.
Blessings.
I don't even know how to use this thing.